More and more people wonder about the future. People wonder about the future of our planet and our quality of life.
I'd say that one of the biggest challenges has been trying to balance private property rights with protection of natural resources. SCAs are not preserves, so we have to keep that in mind, that there are private landowners in these areas that have rights to development. However, SCAs also possess some of the most valuable and irreplaceable natural and biological resources that we have in LA County, and we do want to protect those.
So in that, we want this to be a unique and leading edge plan. That means that we have to step it up in the stakeholder engagement process. We're covering so many different sets of sustainability in the same breath. So how do we create a stakeholder engagement process that both is relevant and broad enough to have that silo busting effect, but also specific enough that people know what they're coming to the table for?
It's the sense of urgency. We have a housing crisis, so housing takes a lot of time to build. It takes a lot of money, a lot of resources. It takes a lot of time for us to draft these ordinances to make sure we have it right. So we need to make sure to communicate the process to everyone to promote transparency and to make sure that people understand why we're working on these policies and the impacts that it'll have on them.
That's where long-range planning comes in. We listen, we engage, we mediate. It can be a difficult process, but planning has value.
LA County is incredibly diverse, not just in its land uses, but also in its population and its communities. And so as a planner, we have to really focus on how to best address those diverse communities we're working with, but still push forward those agendas that the board is asking us to push forward.
Here's how the Department of Regional Planning and county partners help create a good life. Sustainability and the environment. Countywide, in 2018, the county expects to complete the Community Climate Action Plan implementation ordinances and the Significant Ecological Areas Ordinance Update. The county will continue efforts related to the County Sustainability Plan.
This project is the Significant Ecological Areas Program, also known as the SEA program, and its purpose is to make sure that the biodiversity of LA County is sustained in the long term. We designated certain parts of LA County as SEAs where we felt contained important biological resources that needed extra protection. And so, biological resources are animals, plants, natural terrain that are very distinct to its individual SEAs. We're hoping that the greater public will learn more about the SEAs and come to appreciate the very special resources that are in LA County. Right now, this program only applies to unincorporated LA counties, but we would love to work with other cities on similar efforts so that we can protect the environment together.
The Countywide Sustainability Plan is meant to deliver a long-range policy document for both the county internally, but also across the whole region to think comprehensively about what does a sustainable LA look like in the future and how are we going to achieve it. The value and the benefit is that you articulate what the future should be, what the vision is. And it's hard to agree on a vision, but once you've gotten there, you want to achieve it because you're excited about it and you know that your neighbor's excited about it and you know that your employer's excited about it. So having something that, well, it might be hard to get to that final document that we're going to get to over the next year and a half, having something that people are excited about is what we're excited about.
Equity. Countywide, in 2018, the county will continue efforts related to the Equity Indicators Toolkit. The county will participate in efforts related to predatory lending. Safety and quality of life. Countywide, in 2018, the county expects to adopt 1% for art ordinance and the murals ordinance. The county will continue to participate in the Healthy Design Work Group, the County Pedestrian Plan, Purposeful Aging Los Angeles, and Vision Zero. Housing. Countywide, in 2018, the county expects to adopt the Accessory Dwelling Units Ordinance, the Compact Lot Subdivision Ordinance, the Density Bonus Ordinance Update, and the Livable Communities Design Guidelines. The county will continue efforts related to Affordable Housing Preservation Ordinance, By Right Housing Ordinance, Homeless Housing Ordinance, and Inclusionary Housing Ordinance. The county will continue to participate in the Affordable Housing Coordination Committee and the Homeless Initiative.
So the General Plan Development and Housing section is working on lots of projects right now, density bonuses, accessory dwelling units, compact lot subdivisions, homeless housing, affordable housing preservation, by right housing, inclusionary housing. So it's a lot of stuff, but what these projects are trying to get at is to ensure that all of our residents in the unincorporated areas have safe and affordable housing. So what we're trying to do is remove barriers and create incentives so that we can build and preserve housing that meets all of our needs. So the housing crisis is continuing to get worse. Our homeless population continues to grow. People are continually faced with unaffordable rents and home prices, and this is creating inequities and impacting the quality of life for all of our residents. However, faced with these sobering statistics, I believe that the county's response to the housing crisis is timely, it's comprehensive, and it's unprecedented. We definitely need to keep checking in with ourselves to see what's working and what's not working, but we also need to stay the course and not forget to celebrate the successes along the way, and we're really glad to be a part of this solution.
LA County is the largest county in the country in terms of population, and so we really are positioning ourselves with the direction of the Board of Supervisors to be a leader, not just in the region, but really leading the state and then leading the rest of the nation on important issues.